Hey, it's Jordan with Status Coup. Breaking news, free speech fraud. Elon Musk is on a suspension spree on X, formerly known as Twitter. This morning or overnight, X suspended several prominent left-wing journalists and commentators, as far as I could tell, for no reason. This is the outlet that Elon Musk championed that we need to rescue from those liberal censors so I could be a champion of free speech. Well, as I warned, we'll get to that later, he is not a champion of free speech. He might be worse than what Twitter already had. From Vice, X purges prominent journalists, leftists with no explanation. Ken Klippenstein of The Intercept, Stephen Monacelli, and Alan McLeod were all suspended from the platform. The X accounts for several prominent journalists and leftist pundits were suspended from the site, formerly known as Twitter, on Tuesday morning, with no clear explanation. The suspensions affected several journalists and commentators, including Texas Observer journalist Stephen Monacelli, Ken Klippenstein of The Intercept, podcaster Rob Rousseau, and Alan McLeod of Mint Press News. The landing page for their account says it's been suspended, but does not give any explanation as to why. A message on the profile simply states X suspends accounts which violate the X rules. The ban didn't just hit journalists. Several prominent left-leaning accounts were also purged from the site, including the account for TrueAnon podcast, Z_Squirrel, a cartoon squirrel that tweets media criticisms of figures like Glenn Greenwald. The ban was carried out with no overarching explanation. Suspended accounts linked to the X terms of service, which cover a wide range of possible violations. Quote, I haven't received any communications from Twitter/X about why I've been suspended, Monacelli told Motherboard. Can't think of anything I've posted lately that would be worthy of suspensions, although I have written multiple critical reports about Twitter/X and Elon Musk. McLeod posted a brief explanation of events on his Telegram and Instagram accounts. Today, without warning or explanation, Twitter suspended my accounts. They told me to check my email for a reason, but no email has been forthcoming. This isn't the first time the site has banned reporters. In April, it permanently suspended Wired reporter Del Cameron after he spoke with a hacker who accessed conservative pundit Matt Walsh's emails. In December of 2022, it suspended the accounts of 10 journalists who'd been critical of site owner Elon Musk. And the host of TrueAnon tweeted, I guess, from the TrueAnon account. This is Liz Franzik, one of the hosts of TrueAnon. Why did Elon ban my podcast account? What about free speech? Why is the woke mob coming after hardworking American small businesses? She posted the suspended image right there. So there you have it. Elon Musk, in probably the least shocking development that I've ever seen, is probably worse in terms of being censorious than the liberals that were part of the censorship regime at Twitter before. The only difference is those liberal censors that were at Twitter before Elon Musk came actually ran the website effectively. You could actually load pages without, 10-second delays. Accounts came up when you checked for accounts. You weren't only getting tweets and accounts from people you don't follow. The actual software worked. Under Elon Musk, he's now just as censorious, but nothing works on Twitter anymore. And I believe they have increased shadow banning on Twitter based on what I've seen of my own and other accounts that used to get a lot more traction, but are not getting the same traction on Twitter. I don't know why these people were banned. From what I could tell, Ken Klippenstein in specific has been reporting critically on Elon Musk. This is from his personal Substack, Ken Klippenstein. Elon Musk discussed AI with Israeli military as it uses AI to bomb Gaza. An artificial intelligence program, codenamed The Gospel, has enabled Israel to acquire more bombing targets than ever before. This was in early December, so not so long ago. I haven't seen anything since then that Klippenstein reported, but I don't know if he had something in the works that he was reporting, or he's tweeted negatively or critically on Elon Musk. But Elon Musk, to be clear, and I hate to say I told you so, but I'm going to say I told you so. There was overwhelming evidence that this guy was full of shit, and all the people that were potentially giddy about him buying Twitter and optimistic, including, some high profile free speech absolutists, were getting sold a bill of goods by Elon Musk. I say follow the money and look at their record. Elon Musk donated to a lot of pro-censorship politicians. Elon Musk donated to a lot of pro-Russiagate politicians who wanted to censor people that were poking holes in Russiagate. Elon Musk is a billionaire union buster. Union busting is censorship. He has threatened and actually fired workers who have tried to organize. There was all the evidence in the world that Elon Musk, through his record, not to say every billionaire is a censor and embraces censorship, but most do. I hate to show this, but I want to show you this. This is from when it was being discussed that Elon Musk was going to be buying Twitter. Let's take a look at when I had a lot more hair, what I was saying back then. It's absurd on its face to think that Elon Musk is some hero or warrior for free speech. So whatever happens, whether he gets Twitter, whether or not, yeah, he might bring back some people that folks think should have never been banned at first. Trump, people who have been suspended for COVID stuff, people have been suspended for election stuff. But based on who he's giving money to, and if you're a good journalist, follow the money to find out who people really are, I don't see him being consistent in terms of who is censored, who is not, and also how he would actually execute something that I like to call shadow censorship. Censorship isn't only the people who get banned, the accounts that come down. Censorship also is the people and accounts and videos and channels that get propped up and which ones get buried in algorithms. You really think Elon Musk is going to give a fair shake to union activists, media companies like Status Coup, covering water contamination, union movements like Amazon and Starbucks, strikes like we were on the ground during the John Deere strikes, and hospital workers striking? You really think that's going to be propped up in Elon Musk's algorithm when he owns Twitter? I got a bridge to sell you. Everything I said has ended up true. If you notice, when the UAW was on strike, there were some things that went viral, but a lot of stuff that should have went viral didn't get a lot of traction. Other labor stuff on Twitter doesn't get as much traction as other stuff, even though on YouTube and elsewhere, the UAW strike and other labor stuff has been taken off in this new strike wave. Interesting that that stuff doesn't get as much traction on Elon Musk's Twitter. But all you had to do was also look at his record of union busting, firing workers, what should be illegal retaliation against workers. I want to show you a clip that Ron Placone did. This is an interview Ron Placone did with a fired Tesla worker who was fired over health problems. Elon Musk, again, firing a Tesla worker over his serious health problems. This is Ron Placone for Status Coup's interview.
Welcome to the show, Mamadou Diallo. Mamadou, how are you, man?
Good, Ron. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for being here. So let's start with your story, and then we're going to get your take on some of the other happenings. But why were you fired?
I believe that I was fired in terms of, for retaliation reasons. I was costing the company a lot of money due to my medical issues, my disability. I developed epilepsy while I was working at Tesla in January of this year. After working there since the summer of 2021, I was in the store just doing my job, flying the Tesla flag, I'm not going to lie. And then I had a seizure. And next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital and I got diagnosed with epilepsy. And I had also a heart condition at the same time. They're trying to, I have a catheter insert here. They're trying to measure my my abnormal heartbeat. So multiple things happen just like that. And I try to get back to work ASAP. within a week, actually, even though I had a 3-month driving ban after you get a seizure in Maryland. So Tesla didn't really make that process easy at all. I had to prove that I had a disability to them. And then once I had that form sent in from the doctor, they completely rejected that. And then I had to resend another form to the doctor from the doctor, and they finally accepted that. But then they still didn't allow me to get back to work until freaking April. And I didn't get back pay at all. Didn't qualify for anything. And at the same time, I was getting threatened of being let go because Tesla's whole insane return to work policy, you have to keep excusing yourself. So it was just a firestorm. It was like they didn't want me to come back at all. So with that being said, I come back in April. I get a raise for performance reasons due to all the sales that I had before I had the seizure. And meanwhile, I also had a promotion in January. And then come June, you're fired within a day's notice. Yeah, wow. It was crazy.
So, yeah. So you had a seizure. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. I was fired for performance reasons. That's their reasoning for that. After being top salesman in the whole region the week prior, selling 12 cars.
Yeah. Tesla. It comes from the top. That's how culture works. So that guy, Elon Musk, how that guy treats his workers, he's going to be a champion for free speech. He's going to just create this utopia on Twitter where anybody could say whatever they want. Anyone, even if they're critical of him, if they report critically on him, if they opine critically on him, will be free from censorship. Yeah, that was always a pipe dream. We'll see what happens. We'll see if enough public pressure unsuspends these journalists and commentators. Wouldn't surprise me if Musk sticks to his guns because he's filthy rich. And frankly, I think he's a little delusional and possibly has delusions of grandeur and might be stupid enough to just swallow the $44 billion he spent on Twitter. And even if everybody leaves, continue this kamikaze mission to destroy Twitter, which is really damaging to all of us. There's a lot of negatives with Twitter and YouTube and elsewhere, but for all the negatives, including the shadow censorship, which I've talked a lot about, which is the suppression of leftist voices, anti-war voices, leftist accounts, anti-war accounts. These are, for better or worse, the platforms that have helped get our message out, get our reporting out. So the fact that Elon Musk is taking a battering ram to Twitter is a bad thing and negative for us all.